We once again find ourselves at a very familiar prompt. New game waits for us in Windows 3.1's Program Manager. This is Oregon Trail 2. We're trying out for an hour. Hey, everyone knows Oregon Trail, right? This is the sequel. Apparently, in 1995, they made basically the same game, but with graphics and sound and video and people talking to you. Much more accessible game, probably. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. We're going to start it up. The kids love MECC.
The United States in the mid-1800s. Ours is a large nation.
Yes?
A young
Oh, there we go.
nation full of restless, forward-looking people. As the population grows and our borders expand, thousands are looking west to build better lives for themselves and their families. From all over the country, people from all walks of life are selling nearly everything they own, loading their remaining possessions into small covered wagons, leaving friends and relatives behind. They're heading out across the plains to Oregon, California, and other points west, following trails blazed by those who had gone before. Along the way, they explore the vast landscape of North America. They see amazing sights and encounter fascinating people, including those who had called this land their home for thousands of years. It's not an easy journey. It's long and hard, fraught with challenge and danger, disease, deserts, buffalo stampedes, steep hills, treacherous rivers. Many do not succeed. But for those who do, the rewards are great. Adventure on the trail, and opportunity at its end. A new life in a new land.
Well, are you ready? Come on, let's go!
Off to adventure in Oregon Trail 2. We're going to make our fortune going west because our life is going nowhere here on the East Coast. Gotta find another place in this wide land of ours that I can call my home. I'm gonna start a new game. Alright, character creation. This is the Trail Journal of Leslie. There's selections you can do. But it could be a greenhorn, or adventurer, or trail guide. We can also choose our profession. Hold on. Okay, the music just stops if I hold this cursor down for too long. Oddly, as I'm looking at these occupations, I do not see wrestler on here. That seems like an odd oversight. That would not be on here. Really, anything that could be interpreted as that. I feel like there's not a whole lot of representation in terms of occupations. Let's be a brickmaker. There'll be plenty of need for bricks out on the trail. In May 1848, we set out from I guess Independence. To go to either Oregon City, Sacramento, Great Salt Lake City, or the Rogue River Valley. We don't have any special skills. We have $1,075 in cash and a large farm wagon, or small farm wagon, or Conestoga wagon. Or $75. We're accompanied by we could have 4 or 5 others. They are George, Clara, Ruben, and Maurice. But as far as the name of our intrepid leader, hopefully there'll be many kisses to be had. I mean, this is only an hour tryout, so I don't know how many there could be. You're a brickmaker who came to Independence in 1848 for the purpose of setting off on a journey west to Oregon City. You've already bought a large farm wagon, but you still need to buy the other supplies you'll need for your journey. As you wander the streets of Independence, you'll see various stores that should be able to provide you with supplies, provided you have enough cash. You also see people who may be able to give you some good advice. All right, let's well, first of all, there's a guide here. We could spend the hour reading the guide so we have a better idea how to play. There's according to the table of contents, there's 145 pages to this guide. You want to read it? Let's read. Better read the whole thing before we get going. Well, maybe that might take a little too long. What's our diary say? How do I close this? There we go. Close that. Diary. Nothing in the diary so far. What's this? This is my party. Kiss Boy is feeling good. Here's my inventory. All right, let's just start talking to people.
Excuse me, friend. You appear to be making ready to head out west. Do you know of any people who are still in the process of forming a wagon train?
Maybe. Tell me more.
My husband and I, he's off buying supplies, are looking for a nice group of people to join in our move west.
Do you have any advice?
I'd say you and I both ought to find a wagon train. A 2,000-mile journey through the untamed wilderness is nothing to be undertaken lightly. There's strength in numbers, you know. Well, good day and good luck to you.
You want to trade? Okay, 1 blankets for $2. Give me all of your pigs. 2 pigs, please. That's 2 pigs. Not that one. 2 pigs.
Howdy.
Howdy to you. Woof woof.
Howdy.
The game is very accurate with its sounds.
The merchants here in town offer basic packages of supplies based on the size of one's party and estimated length of journey. Of course, you can shop around on your own or add to the basic set. So, which package would you like?
Give me the 6-month package, sir.
Hello, friend. Say, has your wagon train formed yet? And have you met to form the council that'll provide guidance and governance on your long journey?
Tell me more.
The bylaws and regulations drawn up by your self-elected council will be your only law on the trail. You got to keep out the bad element and make arrangements for settling disputes.
Do you have any advice?
I have here a complete and elegantly scripted constitution, suited to all upright citizens. Drew it up myself. I had a year in law school, you know. If you let me join your wagon train, I'll be glad to offer this here constitution to you free of charge.
There doesn't seem to be an option to say yes or no about, yes, join my wagon train.
I have here
Yeah, and that's just repeating it. Like, we can talk to him, but like when they ask us a question, it doesn't seem like we can answer the question.
Howdy.
Howdy to you.
Hi there.
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Is that a hello?
Hello.
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 Nothing to say, but we do have an inventory that we could, well, we do have that. Do we want a gun? It looks like I do have one rifle. I could purchase wagons if I chose to.
I see you're fixin' to head out west, too. My husband's all rarin' to go, but I must say I have my apprehensions.
What do you mean?
I hear terrible stories about vast deserts, wild animals, disease, and Indian attacks. We got ourselves a good life here in the East, and I don't see why we have to uproot ourselves now.
Well, that does sound strange. If you have a good life here, why would you want to go across the... I thought this was for people who had just like a dead-end life here on the East. We want to try for something else. But if you have it all right here, I don't know why you'd be going.
Well, if you must go, I guess I should say if we must go, I'd suggest making sure we have strong, healthy animals and a good, sturdy wagon with spare parts. Our lives will depend on 'em.
What do you got? Cinnamon. Give me all your cinnamon. You have one cinnamon. There we go. I've purchased your cinnamon.
Hello.
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 Hello to you.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, pardon me. I'm awful sorry. I just about ran you over. I'm kinda dumbstruck. I ain't never seen no place like this before.
I know. Never been in the big city. Tell me more.
Well, I'm just a farm girl, and I ain't been in no big town or city before in my life. I don't reckon I've ever seen so many people in one place in all my born days. And there's so much going on, with all these folks getting ready to set out on the trail.
Aw, shucks. Do you have any advice?
You might want to do like most of these folks and stock up on supplies, if you haven't already. And find yourself a good-sized wagon train. That's what I've done. Well, so long and best of luck to you.
Well, so long. She's already found a wagon train herself.
Howdy! Looks like you're heading west too, like me.
Howdy.
Me and my brother are gonna start a farm out west. I hear there's land aplenty, and no better soil this side of the Ohio Valley.
Do you have any advice?
I hear the best time to start out on the trail is in April, but I reckon there's different opinions about that. Well, best of luck to you.
No, so long. I mean, it's too late for us now. We're in May. We missed the good month. And we are writing down the things we do in our diary. We traded $46 for 2 pigs. Took advantage of the package deal offered to me. What a relief not have to shop for all that individually. Traded 1 pound of cheese for 1 6-ounce bottle of cinnamon. That seems like a good trade.
Good day to you, friend. I'm new here in town. I'm making ready to head out on the trail west.
Howdy.
Ah, so you're doing the same. Well, maybe we can link up with the same wagon train.
Do you have any advice?
I wouldn't start out with less than, say, 400 pounds of food per person. Of course, how much you can take depends on how big your wagon is and how many draft animals you got.
Would you like to trade? He's got an axe. He'll trade it to me for 2 pounds of cheese. How much cheese do I have? Can I spare all this cheese? Dead silence as I consider the offer. Give me the liquor for rope.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, I can buy a blouse. And maybe a hat. Don't forget 10 underwears, please.
Hello, friend. Are you also preparing to set out on the trail for the new land?
Yes, I am.
That's what we're doing, my folks and me. Our home caught fire and burned last month, and we lost pretty near everything, except our lives, praise the Lord. So we figured we might as well go west.
Do you have any advice?
I wouldn't leave with fewer than 4 draft animals. 6 or more would be even better. Take plenty of food and clothes, and maybe a few spare wagon parts. Don't waste money or wagon space on much else.
Would you like to trade? He's got bacon. He'll trade that to me for $1. What about 80 pounds of bacon, sir? 1 box of 20 bullets. Yes. I have so much. I'm bursting with bacon.
Hi there.
Hello. I don't have any draft animals to pull my wagon. I can buy them at the stable. Hopefully I can trade bacon for a horse. Might be a little difficult to leave if I can't.
Hello, friend.
Oh no, we already talked to you. Hello. Well, this is the wagon. The wagons, not horses. We're looking for stables. Oh, there we go. There's stables. Did not see the screen yet.
Howdy, stranger. It looks like you're fixing to head out west, too. Fine opportunity for people with the gumption to do it.
It's one thing I've got is gumption, sir. Tell me more.
We brought a few personal items with us, but we're hoping to buy our foodstuffs and fresh animals here. But I ain't too sure exactly where to go first.
Do you have any advice?
Don't devote any great portion of time to packing your wagon till you bring in all your supplies. We're planning to pack up the wagon whilst we're waiting for the train to assemble.
Would you like to trade? He's got an axe. He'll trade it to me for crackers. Hey, you have dollars? What if I wanted dollars from you? You'll trade it for my 225 pounds of pemmican. Yes. I am good at business.
Hi there. Howdy.
Let's see. Horses. I have 2 pigs, but what I want are horses. I will buy 4 horses. Well, do I want 4? Or do I want other animals as well? Maybe, what if 2 of every animal? Alright. Animals purchased. I can't... it's too heavy. I don't have enough draft animals.
I see you're fixing to head out west, too. My husband...
We already spoke, ma'am. Alright, one each more animal. I cannot leave. I don't have enough. Well, I'm kind of out of money, too. Where's that one guy who would trade for dollars?
Howdy, stranger.
Howdy! Looks like...
Oh, pardon me.
Good day to you, friend.
Ain't this exciting? All these folks bustling up. I've spent pretty near all my...
What does my diary say? It's just kind of it's just talking about my incredibly savvy purchases.
Hello, friend.
Excuse me, friend. You appear to be making...
Oh, wait, there was actually something different there.
Appear to be making ready to head out west.
Tell me more.
My husband and I. He's off buying supplies.
What would you trade for all of your dollars? 5 pounds of bacon? I have bacon. That's surely a good trade. Okay, here we go. Before setting out, I need to pick a wagon train to travel with. The following wagon trains are about ready to set out for Oregon City. Which do I want to go with? There's 17 wagons and 58 people. 19 wagons and 64 people. 45 wagons and 164 people. I mean, it seems like there's security in numbers. I guess we should go for the big one. All right, ready to go. Blue River. Check these conditions. It's a fairly ordinary river. Width is 800 feet. Depth 3½ feet. See who's around. Hello. You're here. Can I talk to you? Oh, talk to this person, yes.
I suppose this will be the first of many rivers we have to cross.
Tell me more about crossing rivers.
You know, I've never had to cross a river on my own before.
Do you have any advice about crossing rivers?
No. I was hoping you'd know what to do next.
Do you want to trade? Hey, you have bacon. Let's see. I will trade you... I want your bacon in exchange for all of my flour.
I say we out to float across this here river.
Float across it?
I suppose this will be the first.
So long. Well, it might not actually be the first of many rivers we have to cross. It might turn out that we don't cross any rivers at all. I feel like we're not actually going to be crossing any. I don't think Windows is recovering. I don't think it's recovering. Well, that was quite an adventure that we had. How far did we travel? I feel we went on truly a lengthy adventure. What does the README have to say? How you set up? How do you say you set it up? Make sure you have QuickTime. What's new in version 1.3? Well, there's the quick start. Oh, this is where they started using QuickTime for Windows instead of video for Windows. There's drop-down menus. On page 210 of Oregon Trail 2, the official strategy guide, the reference to the title screen painting is no longer correct. All versions of Oregon Trail 2 from version 1.3 have a new title screen that is not based on the Emmanuel Lutz painting. That's apparently important. Very important. You need a 486 or higher. 4 megs RAM, but 8 megs, highly recommended. Highly. Troubleshooting tips, eh? Talking about how to install the preferred 256 color video driver for Windows. Oregon Trail 2 will have a small amount of white noise or background hiss when playing digitized sound effects and speech. It should not crackle, pop, or motorboat. I haven't heard motorboat as a term for audio distortion. It should not motorboat. If sound or music fails to play at all or the quality is still not as expected, reinstall the sound card drivers. Rule number 1 is to eliminate as many variables as possible. That's true. That's good advice. Here's tech support if you just can't get the game working. What about the... install CompuServe. What about the user guide? Welcome to Oregon Trail 2. Welcome to Oregon Trail 2 and your rugged journey as part of the westward expansion of 1840 to 1860. Through this program, you will travel the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails as an immigrant, relying on authentic guidebook, recording your thoughts in a diary, facing daily dangers, and bringing your wagon party across the continent. You can create your character, select your wagon party. The occupation determines the amount of cash. The skills affect your success in overcoming obstacles and achieving your goal. Choose a starting time and place for the westward trek. This is a realistic experience of life on the trail, which changes from year to year. During the early years, there were a few conveniences along the way. Immigrants faced a much wilder west. A wild, wild west, even. Later years offered more choices in the jumping off towns and possible routes, but they also offered greater risk of going astray as the trails multiplied. If you travel as a greenhorn, the easiest level... Okay, so that was the difficulty setting. You're responsible for your wagon and wagon party. You can rely on the captain of the wagon train for major decisions. If you want it more challenging, you can travel as an adventurer, and you will be the captain of the wagon train. The role of the trail guide offers the greatest challenge and tests your ability to make tough decisions and make your way among the many trails leading west. After setting up your character, you will head to town to buy supplies. The local merchants offer a basic set of supplies, or you can buy your own, relying on the guidebook for advice on the things every traveler... Yeah, read that guidebook all over, like near 170 pages. It was something like that. Read the whole thing to get educated on what you're going to need before you set out. It's very important. You'll find trading posts and individuals to trade with along the way. Prices rise as you get further away from the eastern cities, sure. Demand will increase, supply will decrease. Once your party is equipped, find a wagon train. Along the trail, stop at rivers. Yeah, you do that. You do stop at rivers. We sure did stop at a river. Other major landmarks you will also stop at. Unexpected delays from broken wagon parts, bad weather, and disease. Have the opportunity to enjoy many fine sights and meet many interesting... I don't know how interesting these people are. You'll meet some interesting people. Whether they're interesting is really a matter of opinion. You'll stop at major landmarks and places that require a decision. Choose to stop when you need supplies. Let's see. What is the end of the trail? If you are successful at reaching your destination, you'll receive a deed to a plot of land or have a chance to prospect for gold, your first step in setting up a new life in the Western Territories. The program will offer the concluding story of your character, and your name may be entered in the list of people with the highest scores. Then you are ready to travel the trail again, choosing a different year, selecting a different occupation or role, and trying out a different set of strategies. Starting out. When you start a new game, set up your character, begin your trip. There's a screenshot. Click on the Skills tab to give your character skills that may be useful along the trail. Some will save you money, others increase morale, some come in handy when problems arise. On the skills screen, click on the boxes next to the skills you want to have along the trail. If you complete the journey with points left over, that means fewer skills. You will get a larger bonus at the end of the game. I did not access the skills menu. Right, the town. That's how you navigate the town. Go to stores, purchase your inventory, then start on the trail. Wagons, ho! Here's your travel map. Here's your guidebook and glossary to learn all about what you'll be encountering. Here was the wagon view. Health and conditions. Seems like the main thing anyone ever mentions about Oregon Trail is that you die from illness. You can monitor the health of your party and see if they're sick. When someone in your party becomes seriously ill, a message appears on the screen giving you a number of options. Before you decide what to do, you may wish to check the person's symptoms and compare their symptoms to major diseases listed in the glossary. Look up diseases, staying healthy, check the conditions, check supplies, check the wagon weight. Check the travel pace, check the rations. Tell me about the historical facts. Life on the trail. Life on the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails wasn't easy. Emigrants suffered illness, accidents, starvation, and death. Wagons broke, rivers flooded, animals died, and water supplies dried up. If there was too much rain, the rivers swelled and became dangerous to cross. If there was too little rain, the land became parched and grass and water were scarce. Immigrants who traveled too fast without resting or eating enough were more likely to have accidents than those who traveled at a slower pace. Yet immigrants who traveled too slowly ran the risk of getting trapped in the mountains during winter. Many immigrants were afraid of attacks by Native Americans. In fact, attacks by Native Americans were so rare that they are not included in the Oregon Trail 2 simulation. However, the immigrants' fear of Native Americans was real, no matter how unjustified, and this fear is recorded in some of the dialogue of different characters along the trail. Helpful encounters between Native Americans and immigrants are also recorded. So, as we talk to people and look in our journal, we will be very afraid of being attacked at any moment, but it will not actually happen. Trading. Trading was a way for immigrants to acquire extra supplies along the Oregon Trail, especially if they didn't have enough money to buy what they needed. Immigrants usually started their journey with ample food supplies, but eating the same food every day was very boring until they started eating each other. It's not boring, I'll tell you that. Staple food supplies included flour, bacon, coffee, sugar, and salt. Additional items varied according to individual tastes. Lucky immigrants found people, such as Native Americans, to trade with along the trail. They swapped such items as spare clothes and bullets for fresh vegetables and smoked salmon. Food wasn't the only item immigrants traded for. Often they needed extra clothes or equipment. Wise immigrants took spare wagon parts with them in case of accidents. Those who didn't had to rely on trading to get spare wagon tongues, wheels, and axles on the trail itself. Hunting. Good hunting saved many a starving immigrant's life. Hunting also helped make the immigrants' diets more varied. A diet of coffee, bacon, and bread got very tiresome after weeks on the trail. The abundance and type of game varied with the terrain, but immigrants generally had a choice of small game: antelope, pronghorn, buffalo, bison, and bear. Landmarks and forts. Travelers found that the early Oregon Trail was poorly marked and there were a few places to stop and buy supplies. However, by 1848, just before the gold rush, the trail followed recognizable landmarks such as Chimney Rock and Soda Springs. You can visit these landmarks today. They're still there. Like, they didn't get wiped out in, like, some sort of cataclysm. Forts that existed in 1848, such as Forts Kearney, Laramie, Bridger, Hull, Boise, and Walla Walla, offered travelers the opportunity to rest, buy more supplies, and discuss their adventures with other travelers. The Oregon Trail 2 I like how they're not, you notice they don't call it a game at any point. They keep calling it the simulation. The Oregon Trail 2 simulation contains accurate pictures of landmarks based on photographs, lithographs, and descriptions of the actual locations. If you want to learn more about the Oregon, California, or Mormon trails, you can use books, films, videos, maps, periodicals. Here are books, here are magazines, here are maps, here's film, video, here's the teacher's guide. Can I install CompuServe? Installing CompuServe 2.5. This software is provided by CompuServe. That's next. Sure. The typical one. I'll need WinSock DLL configured to connect me to CompuServe. Sure. Install sign up. Associate events with sounds. Why not? I can get online and learn all about the Oregon Trail. Now it's no longer a simulation. I can find out the facts straight from the reference. I accept. Okay, I got to install Internet Explorer 2.1. I'm sorry. That's correct. Okay. Please install. Begin the installation by clicking the large button. Here we go. Great, it's installing. Internet Explorer 2.1 gives you access. Internet Explorer 2.1 makes web surfing easy. Wow, it's easy? It was always so hard before. Includes technologies from industry leaders. Why would anyone use anything else? Okay, well, I mean, it's fine that that's installed, but what we really needed was CompuServe, right? There we go. CompuServe is continuing. Do I want to sign up for a new membership? Absolutely. Sign up. Okay, proceed. Select sign me up. Okay. Let's see. Enter country if not enlist. I mean, I guess this is all fine. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Daytime phone number. SS number. Let's see. Oh, did I not fill in a required one? Oh, company name. I'm sorry. Well, I thought it seems like everything that has an asterisk I entered. Well, unfortunately, evening phone number. Didn't enter that one. That's true. Invalid state. Fine. Valid social security number. Fine. Apparently this is the only number it'll take. There we go. CompuServe Magazine. Sure, of course I want a free subscription to CompuServe Magazine. Obviously. Let's see. Phone type. I'm pretty sure I have a rotary phone hooked up here. Well, probably it's on COM1. That sounds right. It sounds right. Oh, I have the fastest available. 28,800. Mm-hmm. All right, do it, CompuServe. Initialize that modem. It'll get to it. It'll do it it takes a few seconds. See, it's doing it. We'll make it happen. Any second now. Well, doesn't seem... I don't think it's making use of my rotary phone modem. Doesn't seem like I can hit cancel either. I kind of think nothing's happening. My attempt to, my actual Windows cursor works, but the cursor in Windows 3.1 is frozen. So both Oregon Trail 2 and the CompuServe sign up have frozen. Man. It's like that, there was a time where you could have installed CompuServe on your Windows 3.1 and used your rotary phone modem to get online and then start learning about this wonderful, varied world we live in. What happened to those days? What happened? Well, I get maybe someone picked up the phone. Maybe someone picked up the phone and broke the connection. And you remember how that went. It was unreliable. Is unreliable. Well, I guess that's our tryout of Oregon Trail 2 with bonus tryout of the CompuServe installation program. I guess the only question now is, what does AI-generated rock think about all of this? I mean, we didn't get as much information on the subject as we would have wanted, really. I guess probably we will say that he feels, let's see, maybe we'll say that he feels, it's taking a second. I hear it like that. Maybe he feels something like that. He's out on the trail with his two friends. I don't know who the friends are, but there he is. They're standing at the river, wondering how are they going to get across this? How are they? And then they just never did. And then they settled there on the riverbank, and they decided, water-adjacent property is at a premium. That's in high demand. What if we just made our new home? What if we just made it here by the river? And well, that's so much better than having landlocked property, right? Got to think ahead. Low on the travel time, but high on the reward, because now we own this land by the river. And that's how the trail ended for Kiss Boy.